Hi, this is Stacy from Porta1. PortaSwitch maintenance release 123 is out, and I'll walk you through the highlights. You can now automate service provision into external systems without deep knowledge of PortaBilling. Onboard customers using Polycom IP phones faster, comply with accessibility and tax regulations, and make daily admin work easier. Let's dive in. Porta1 introduces the new Service Provisioning System, or NSPS. It lets your development team automate service provisioning, like SIM card activation or plan changes, to an external system such as mobile network or an IPTV platform, by writing significantly less software code and without the need to learn PortaBilling API, data structures, or internal logic. Traditionally, provisioning applications only got a very basic notification that a specific account has been updated. Developers had to write extra code to pull details like the plan name or configuration settings from the PortaBilling API. NSPS does the heavy lifting. When an event, like a product change on an account, occurs, NSPS retrieves all the needed subscriber data, caches it, and delivers a complete JSON payload to your integration microservices. Each microservice then has only one simple task to do: to update its own target system using its API, whether that's HSS, PCRF, or IPTV. So it takes minimum efforts to program it using low-code solutions like Porta1 workflows or a real programming language. And of course, AI will help, even if multiple systems are involved, and so you have multiple microservices. NSPS makes only one data retrieval per event, so there are no duplicate API calls to PortaBilling, and hence the load is lower. And when you're running multiple microservices, each one has its own queue, so if updating the data in one system is delayed, it won't block the others. So now developers just need to build a microservice or connector that receives JSON and maps it to the external system's API. You can write code in any programming language or any other language your team prefers. Porta1 provides a sample connector in Python Fast API that can be used as a reference. The code is available publicly on our GitLab page. You can find the link below. Now let's look at the NSPS web interface. If a provisioning event fails, say quality of service profile isn't applied in the PCRF, the operations team can spot the error right away. After fixing the cause, they can replay the event to make sure the change is applied correctly. NSPS works alongside the existing provisioning framework and is compatible with PortaSwitch Maintenance Release 100 on later. To use NSPS, you will need an active subscription to the NSPS module in the add-on mat. PortaSwitch now supports auto-provisioning for 5 more Polycom models. This means fast automatic setup, whether the phones are customer-owned or provider-supplied, so businesses can use the devices they already know and trust. Just activate the corresponding modules in add-on mat to get started. These models also support self-provisioning of programmable line keys like call parking or BLF via customer portal. PortaSwitch now supports real-time text or RTT to help you meet the European Accessibility Act requirements and NG 911 rules in North America. With RTT, each typed character appears instantly on the other person's screen during a call. This is essential for users with hearing and speech impairments, especially in emergencies. For example, during a 911 call, the dispatcher can see the message as it's being typed and act immediately, without waiting for the full text. In some countries, telecom services are subject to several taxes at once, and they might need to be calculated in a strict order or applied only to part of a charge. PortaBilling now supports all these scenarios. You can apply multiple taxes to a subscription, assign taxes to specific services or subscriptions, apply tax to only part of a charge, for example on 50% of the fee. You can choose between basic and cumulative calculations. In the basic method, each tax is calculated from the original charge. In the cumulative method, each tax is applied on top of the previous one. You can even schedule tax rate changes in advance. For example, if tax rate rises from 20 to 21% on the 1st of January, you can set it up today. And PortaBilling will apply it automatically. Past, current and future rates are all visible in one view. These options help you stay compliant and apply the correct taxes in every region. MR123 also brings a few changes to the web interface to reduce errors and save time. When you create an account or vendor connection, PortaBilling warns you if the IP is already used for call authorization. This prevents mistakes that cause misbilling. For example, calls being counted as vendor traffic instead of SIP trunk traffic. When manually activating or deactivating origin-based rates, for example test rates, you can now use a Now button to instantly apply the current date and time. And when you change a date, the time defaults to midnight, so rate timing stays consistent. In reseller, representative and distributor portals, first-time users now see a tooltip pointing to the main menu, making it easier to find key sections. That's a wrap on PortaSwitch Maintenance Release 123. For full details, check the links below. If you found this useful, give it a like and share your questions in the comments, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next release.